Hello, my name is Alex Roman, and today I'm going to walk you through a brief demonstration of IBM Blueworks Live and IBM BPM. As you can see here, we've built out a process using the process diagram in IBM Blueworks Live, and I'm just going to take a second to walk you through it and kind of explain how the process works, and then we will actually run through this process using IBM BPM. So here you can see at the start of the process, the first thing we're going to do is create a claim, and then we are going to determine whether or not that claim is valid. If it's not valid, it will be closed and the customer will be notified. If it is valid, it is then categorized based upon the dollar value of the claim, and depending on that dollar value, a different level claims investigator will go ahead and ensure the validity of the claim and then pay it out and close it. So let's take a look at this process diagram that has been ported over into IBM BPM. So as you can see, it is the same process that's been brought over here in IBM BPM, and we will go ahead and launch this process starting from the work dashboard. So we've already launched it. We have the first step here, create a claim. So let's go ahead and jump into that task. And once we launch that task, you can see that it brings us to this interface where we're going to have to input all the claims information that's required for a claim. So if I try to submit before entering anything, BPM will tell me that all these required fields need to be filled in before we can move on. So I'm going to go ahead and put in some data here so that we can file the claim and move on to the next step. So now that we have some of that basic information filled out, we're going to go down to this tab titled Freight and Loss Damage Information. You can see that BPM provides a few folders here to upload any additional documentation to go along with this claim. And we also have this little spreadsheet here to add a description as well as some other information about the claim. So we're just going to do a very basic one here, some damaged items, put one for the quantity. Now remember that our process flow is set up to direct the claim based on the value to the correct level of claims investigator. So we're going to set $10,000, and we will visit that later on. So I'm going to go ahead and check here, click submit, and that will complete that step in the process. And you can see it automatically launched the next step, which is determine the claim validity. So let's go ahead and see. We can click here and then view this in the process diagram. And BPM will pull back up our process diagram, and it'll show the first step was completed right there, and then we're right here, determine claim validity. So let's go ahead and complete this next step and see this continue to move throughout the process. So we'll head back to our work dashboard and we'll launch determine claim validity, claim the task so that we can complete it, and BPM has provided us with this screen. Up here, the overview, we have some of the basic information and then just some questions that have to be filled out in order to determine the claim validity. So we're going to go ahead and select yes on these, and we're going to say that this is a valid claim. So we'll mark it as valid, and again, it will complete that task and put us into the next step, assign category. So again, let's go ahead and click here and see it move throughout the process diagram. So we can see we move forward to the next step here in the process diagram to categorize claim. So let's go ahead and launch back to our work dashboard and launch the next task, the assign category task, so we can continue to move forward throughout the process. And again, we have this overview up top, some of the information we entered initially. It asks for a claim type, so we'll just say that there was visible damage. Shipment was visibly damaged, and we will submit it. And finally, move forward to review claim. So to see this move once again, let's go back to our process diagram. And we can see that it automatically assigned it to the level 2 claims investigator because it was between $5,000 and $15,000 claim. And finally to that last step where all we need to do is review it and we will have completed our process. So let's hop back over to the work tab and finish up. We'll launch this task to review claim. We will approve it, pay in full, and say that the shipment was visibly damaged again. process the claim, and we have completed our task. As you can see, there's no more left in the process. The work queue is empty, and we have successfully completed the process.